Ladder with the 25 says, this is the barista from Wisconsin. I got the car sales job at Ford. This is my celebration. Any tips from the maestro before I'm infected with good advice? I'm a greenhorn. Thanks again, Nick. I would not be here without you.
Hey, buddy. Congrats, man. Congrats on the new job.
Lying your way to success.
That's
Let's
it,
go.
buddy. Yeah, that's another good for you, man. I'm glad. You know, yeah, learn how to sell 20 cars. Don't listen to your fucking coworkers. You're not there to make friends. Take a lot of ups. Work them to the end. You know, work with these people. Try to find out. Be nice. Be honest. Understand what the fuck you're talking about. Know your product. Know your competition. Learn how to sell 20 cars immediately. Please, God. Don't listen to anybody. They're all there to rat your head out. They call those putting rats in your head. They're going to say things about the pay plan, about the bosses, the management. That's none of your fucking business. That's none of their business. That's not what you're there for. The job sucks. Go make a bunch of money, okay? Be nice. Be honest. Not a lot of honest salespeople out there. Just, you know, if the deal sucks, tell them it sucks. You know, if you're walking someone down a path and by the end of it you see that it's not a fucking good deal for them, tell them that. It's your responsibility. Be like, hey man, this isn't a great deal. I feel like if we waited a little bit. They won't wait. Honestly, that's the fucked up part. When you try to tell them to wait, they don't. Yeah, hell yeah.
Buse with the 25. Loving the streams, boys. Any advice on or thoughts on building and owning a music venue?
I'm glad you asked that. I've been thinking about that all day.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's a big deal, man. I think owning a music venue makes money. I went to the Adam Friedland show, and I was just thinking about this. You know, 350 people sitting there twice a night. Yeah. They don't do a goddamn thing other than sell booze. They're just like, hey, you mind if I bring 350 people here? I'm going to take all the money. They're like, yeah, sure, you can have the money. Oh, and I could just sell 350 people twice? I'm like, damn, that's a fucking... Yeah. Yeah, and it's like it's becoming a mafia, too, like venues. So, yeah, please, the more the merrier. I think that shit's gonna work. I think people want to see live music. I personally want to see more live music. I wish it was more out there and more of an option. I feel like when I lived in Los Angeles, it's one great thing about Los Angeles. Every night, someone cool was playing. Yeah. Like you could go see, you know, someone really awesome. Yeah. You know, one hand you could go see like Coldplay and, you know, just Chris Martin just tickling the ivories, and then you could zip across town and see, you know, Billy Joel. Yeah. Yeah. Just do Uptown Girl. You know, that would, you know, or you could zip back across town and see Blueface. Yeah. Right. Exactly. And that's important. That's culturally significant. You go out and see Blueface, you learn something good that night. Yeah, I feel like a lot of venues slack, man. Like the places we play shows locally. Yeah. Bad sound. Right, you got one. It just sucks. Like if you do it right, it's a cool spot. People are gonna bring their friends. They're excited to go. The bad venues in town, I literally, like if I know someone's playing there, I still don't want to go. Someone I'm excited to go, I'm like, that place sucks. If you can do it right. Yeah, I think honestly, I've been thinking about it personally. I've been thinking about it a lot. I found something that I like that has a venue, and I think about it a lot. I spent the past couple days just thinking about venue space, campgrounds. It's like an all-inclusive place, but. Venues are cool as shit, man. Yeah. Anthony Hawking, do people really pay more for a pool? It feels like a liability to me, especially in areas with cold, short summers. Example, New England. Just more work to clean and maintain. I feel like they ruin otherwise nice listings. I got to disagree with you. You're not wrong. So forever, a pool was not a value add. Now, the way pools are, like immediately, 2017, post 2018, 2020, can't get pools. Very hard to get. Very expensive. You got it. Pools used to be cheap. There's not a lot of people putting cheap pools in. Very, very difficult. So now, currently, it kind of is. People don't like pools, don't appreciate them. That's fine. People who do appreciate them, me, I like pools, can't get one. I like a house under the existing pool. They're just a pain in the ass to do it, and they're expensive, man. So you're paying full price for a house right now, and then you have to put a pool in. Think about how much money you're spending. You're going to be living for that goddamn house. The pool's going to cost you, let's just say 50. Let's say 60. You know, with the bricks and the patio and all that, that's all cash, my man. That's all cash and credit. And guess what? You want them to leave, you have to pay them $30,000. So you have to have savings to get one. So people who want a pool will pay for a house with a pool, big time, especially right now. We got Jacob Strahan with the big old 25 coming in. Nick, is there a way to get a delinquent payment off my credit history faster than 7 years? Yeah. How do you do it? Yeah, you can dispute. I think you can dispute it. Get credit card. I'm gonna dispute it. It shouldn't rack your credit for that long. You gotta clear it out. It depends on what you're buying too. Don't panic. Like lenders, they're called full spectrum lenders. So they're looking at everything. If they see one late payment, they're not going to like not get, even if it jogged your score 60 points, if you go buy something, they're going to take that into consideration. It's not like, it's not like if someone else put shit in your pants, you didn't shit your pants. No, I'm kidding. I don't know how to explain it, but it's fine. You're fine. And I think you can dispute it through Credit Karma, which is one way to do it. And then I think there's a lot of services you can pay them like $100 and they clean that shit up. That's how I've always cleaned it. I mean, I don't know if that's one late payment or a bunch. I don't know. But it's not as bad as you think it is. Just keep paying your shit on time. Maybe open a newer line of credit and pay a small one and pay for your fucking Gatorades with it or something. Bridle path lane, not financial advice.
Another burrito Todd with the 25. The stream cures AIDS. My house in New Jersey has riparian rights. Second lot on tidal water with small dock, no boat yet. Any smart uses of water rights? I've heard renting can be tricky because sustained use is recognized as ownership.
Oof. Build a dock if you can. Can you build a no boat yet tidal water with small dock? Extend your dock, rent it, apply for every mooring. Apply for moorings if you can. I don't know if that's a thing where you are. And put some lobster traps out there. Put some traps out there. I think you can sign, like in Rhode Island, we have like a weird trap rule. And then buy any commercial fishing licenses, the first entry point. If there's any guys selling them around that they trade for about 15 grand, that's a cool thing. It's commercial fishing licenses.
And we got one more big one here, Nick, just for you. The Ghost Legend 001 with the 100. Dollar super chat.
Yo, God,
damn, Ghost
is
Legend.
Rich in here. Damn, man. Damn, man.
The legendary Ghost himself. Right now I'm working in Birmingham. Let me hit that one right.
Yeah.
Binghamton, New York.
Sue me Binghamton.
New York. As a systems engineer, I've been thinking about investing some of my money into real estate, but Nick's stripper tenant story is starting to give me second thoughts, Lamau. Thanks for all the entertainment. You guys are the best.
Yeah, man. Having tenants is a nightmare. Running an Airbnb is a different thing. It's just a lot of work. Having tenants is not for everybody. It really isn't. It's cruel. It's very difficult. I'm not saying it's fun because you got to be good at it. You got to make a nice dwelling for everybody. So it's a lot more cash intensive than you think. It's not just this big giant profit zone. Yes, your tenants do pay down your mortgage, but it's not a dream zone. If you like the work and you find it cool and you can have a good working relationship with tenants and take care of their place and make sure everything's up to snuff for them and you provide a good place for them to live and you can make a fair buck and be cool about it, offer concessions where you can, go for it. I can't. I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend my time doing that. It's just nuts. People just feel like you're fucking them all the time. It's just a never-ending battle, Mars Hill Road in Maine.
So I think this is unrelated to her question.
No.
Her question is I think they just bought raw land or something.
Yeah.
And she
Nice
wants
house.
to know some building tips for first-time builders.
Well, you have time. If you have time, get your bids. Bid aggressively. Not bid, but talk to a lot of people. Your foundation, your site work, your site developer. Talk to the Department of Agriculture. Give them a phone call if it's 5 acres. Come up with a farm plan. Might be important to get all your paper costs for farm approvals. Sometimes you can go to a town and you can discuss some tax relief through kind of just saying like, hey, I'm buying the land. I'm going to do the right thing with it. Just tell me what to do so I can be a farm, in simplest, plainest terms. Do that. Start there. That'll sort of like dictate what to do with the land, where to build the house. It'll start to push some things. You might want to occupy some of the acreage. So, that's what I would do. Start with utility. Maybe start making a buck for you. Maybe put a crop in. I don't know. Plant it right away. Sometimes some of these farm plans have a stipulation where you have to plant stock on it first to show them the value of the farm. So say like you plant a row of corn or something or some livestock or something and have a relative value, not much, $5,000, $2,500, $10,000 sometimes, to prove the place valid as a farm. And you're basically just putting forth good effort that you're trying to do the right things. And I think that's it. That they'll help you with that. The Department of Agriculture, for the most part, is dope. They're down. You know, if you're trying to do the right thing with the land, they're pretty cool about it. Everybody I've met in the Department of Agriculture, I did that. I went through that whole process this year. But basically, it's just talking to a bunch of people who work in offices. I mean, it's just a bunch of weird, uncomfortable phone calls and some licensing. But it's a couple of signatures and some approvals. And in the end of the day, you have to do the right thing. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going to say, like, hey, I just want to put a Clorox bleach factory in the middle of the woods here. What I'm trying to do is find a place for all these darn tires. Spray paint cans. They're everywhere, right?
Yeah.
How about underneath my well? My well is deep. I could throw the spray paint cans in there. Now, that's a business I can get into.
Well, I'm thinking about starting a tire burn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tires people aren't using anymore. They're thinking about burning them up.
Yeah, we could do it. We could burn the tires, and I could put basketball courts, and we can have tournaments. You farmers would love that. If I could, I'm going to have inner city basketball tournaments out here in the sticks with a tire farm. What do you guys think? I always call the state sometimes that I always lead in with my joke is always, hi, I'm just wondering who I have to talk to. I'm doing a huge fireworks show, and I want to, right by the reservoir, and I want to take a boat. We have a reservoir, so I want to take a boat to the middle of the reservoir to shoot fireworks on a barge during 4th of July. Who would I talk to see that? And they're like, are you fucking crazy? I'm like, just kidding. I'm just kidding with you. Jane, it's me, Nick, over on Wildman Lane. No, but it's fun. We have a good time. We have a good time with that.